Embarking on the delicate process of wire wrapping is a journey that requires not just skill and patience, but also a certain alignment of physical and environmental conditions, especially when one is navigating the complexities of life with osteoporosis. For me, it's a ritual that begins with the necessary preparation not just of the materials, but of my own body and space. The intake of a couple of Tylenol becomes a prerequisite, a small but significant step towards managing the pain that accompanies my condition. It's essential for my hands to be warm, not just for the sake of comfort, but to ensure the dexterity needed to manipulate the wire with precision. The ideal setting is a sunny, dry day, devoid of any other tasks that might demand the use of my hands later on, allowing me to dedicate my focus entirely to the craft at hand. Choosing the rock marks the beginning of this creative endeavor. The wire, its potential yet to be unlocked, waits to be cleaned and gently warmed to the perfect temperature, where it becomes malleable, ready to bend and mold around the contours of the chosen stone. My condition means that I often rely on one of my 3 therapeutic sitting positions, meticulously optimized over time. For such moments of prolonged activity, despite these preparations, my hands betray a continuous, involuntary tremor, especially when working with smaller, more intricate pieces. On this particular day, the task unfolds on a dinner tray beside my bed, a makeshift studio that allows me to stay close to my husband. His anxiety, a relentless storm that gathers momentum with the changing seasons, is particularly acute today. The onset of March triggers a recurring cycle of worry, centered around the stability of our housing situation. In the tumultuous landscape of Ontario's housing market, the fear of displacement looms large, prompting an annual ritual of lease negotiation that we navigate as swiftly as possible, a temporary balm for his frayed nerves. Our landlord, aware of the unique challenges we face, offers his understanding and cooperation, a small beacon of hope in an otherwise uncertain process. Throughout our shared space, the evidence of my husband's anxiety is palpable, manifesting in the restless movement of his feet, a physical manifestation of the turmoil within. Even my presence, a constant by his side, offers little in the way of calming the relentless motion. Yet we accept this as part of our reality, choosing to focus on the mountains we've already climbed rather than the pebbles beneath our feet. Reflecting on my hands, I'm transported back to a time when they were engaged in a very different kind of assembly. Nearly 3 decades ago, our lives were entwined with the world of computer building, a time when the fear of Y2K propelled our small business into a whirlwind of activity. Back then, the pain in my hands was a badge of productivity, a tangible sign of a hard day's work. In contrast, today's pain is a constant companion, a reminder of the physical limitations that I navigate daily. And so, I embark on my first attempt at mobile wire wrapping, a testament to my determination to adapt and continue creating despite the challenges. The process of tumbling rocks, a preparation for future projects, signifies a commitment to learning and growth, to finding ways to marry my passion for creativity with the realities of my condition and our life circumstances. I share this journey with you, not just as a demonstration of a craft, but as an invitation into our lives at Devil and Dove. It's a window into the resilience required to face each day with optimism, to find joy and fulfillment in the act of creation, and to support each other through the trials and triumphs of life. I hope that in sharing our story, you're inspired to join us on this journey, to subscribe and stay tuned for the adventures that lie ahead as we navigate the intricacies of life, health, and art together.
Welcome back to our podcast, Artful Lies, where we explore the intersection of creativity, family, and healing. Today, we're diving into the story of Devil and Dove, a family business that's as much about crafting beautiful, tangible pieces as it is about crafting a life filled with purpose and therapy. Joining us are the founders, a couple whose journey through health challenges and a shared love for art has led to the creation of something truly unique. Welcome.
Thank you. We're thrilled to be here and share our story.
Let's start from the beginning. How did Devil and Dove come to be?
It began as a necessity, really. We were both facing significant health challenges, osteoporosis and COPD on my end, and severe agoraphobia and anxiety on my husband's. We needed something that could help us navigate through these times. Something that wasn't just a distraction but a form of expression and therapy.
And you found that in the form of jewelry making and art?
Exactly, jewelry making, especially, became a form of physical therapy for me. The focus it requires, the precision, it's meditative. It demands that you be present, which, in turn, helps manage pain and anxiety. For my husband, being involved in the design process, even the storytelling aspect of our creations, provided a way to channel his energies positively.
That's incredibly powerful. How does the theme of devil and dove reflect in your creations and business philosophy?
Devil and dove symbolizes the balance we seek in life. And our creations, the devil aspect acknowledges the challenges, the pain, and the struggles. It's about facing the darker, tougher parts of life head-on. The dove represents peace, hope, and the therapeutic aspect of our craft. It's a reminder that there is beauty, calm, and recovery even in the midst of turmoil.
A beautiful metaphor. How do you integrate this philosophy into your business practices?
We believe in transparency, sharing not just our creations but our journey. Each piece we make has a story, often linked to a specific challenge we've faced or a milestone in our healing process. We share these stories because they're relatable. They resonate with people going through their own struggles, offering them something beyond just a physical product: hope, understanding, and a sense of community.
Speaking of community, how has the response been to Devil and Dove?
The response has been overwhelmingly positive. It's heartening to see how our story and our work have touched others. People see our creations not just as jewelry but as symbols of resilience and recovery. It's led to a beautiful exchange of stories and support within our community. Something we never anticipated but are deeply grateful for.
It sounds like Devil and Dove is much more than a business. It's a lifeline, both for you and for those who connect with your story.
Absolutely. It's our way of turning our struggles into something meaningful. Not just for us, but for anyone who finds solace in our story and our art. It's been a journey of transformation, of finding light in the darkness, and we're just getting started.
Well, it's been truly inspiring hearing about Devil and Dove and the journey you've embarked on. Thank you for sharing your story with us and our listeners.
Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure. Okay, so much for the AI fun. Except for this voice. Because we haven't quite figured out the audio overlay timing thing without external noises or distractions. So I figured we would be okay doing it via typing. As you can see, the wire wrapping project is only one of a few I've done, and the first doing so on a dinner tray. I worked with the wire for quite some time. We actually did a lot of cutting when it came to how long it should be. Even this seems like forever. When I do finally finish the pendant, I have made some stills at the end of the film, and you can always come see what we've been working on at devilanddove.com or devilanddove.online. Knowing the future we have ahead of us, we know that it will be a long journey of getting things wrong and having some great wins. Once we get fully set up, we will have a studio downstairs and a reason for some to get up. If you read up on us, you will see we have picked up very many tools in regards to crafting and jewelry making. We plan on filming all of it, as with this end pendant that I've created. And Jack has taken pictures and managed to get it into the online store. With this video, it will be our first foray into live filming and turning it into a form of content. Again, thanks for sticking with us, and I will let the music play as I manage to cage a stone. But first, please listen.
Agoraphobia is a condition where a person feels really scared and anxious about being in places or situations where they think it might be hard to escape or get help if they start to feel panicked. This isn't just about being a little nervous. It's a strong fear that can make someone avoid places like crowded malls, public transportation, or even stepping outside their home. It's like their safety zone shrinks down to just a few places, or sometimes only their home, making it really tough to do everyday things. Imagine the feeling of being cornered or trapped, but it can happen anywhere outside of that comfort zone, not just physically tight spaces. It's a real challenge, but with the right help and support, people can learn to manage it and expand their horizons again.
Osteoporosis is like when the bones in your body become weaker and more fragile. Kind of like if you think about a sponge being light and full of holes compared to a solid block of wood. Normally, our bones are strong and can handle a lot of pressure. But when someone has osteoporosis, their bones are much easier to break, even from a small bump or fall. This happens because, over time, our bodies might not create new bone as fast as the old bone is lost. Imagine a building where more bricks are being taken out than are being put in. Eventually, the structure isn't as sturdy. Osteoporosis can sneak up without any clear signs until a bone actually breaks, which is why it's often called a silent disease. It's especially common in older adults. But taking steps like getting enough calcium and vitamin D, along with doing bone strengthening exercises, can help keep bones healthier and stronger.
Living with extreme anxiety is like being on constant alert, turning simple tasks daunting. Your mind is always anticipating danger, making peace seem distant. Social situations trigger worry, complicating daily life. However, with the right support and strategies, managing these feelings and finding moments of calm becomes possible.
COPD makes breathing difficult. Like inhaling through a narrow straw, it leads to coughing, wheezing, and breathlessness, impacting daily activities. Often caused by long-term exposure to irritants like cigarette smoke, managing COPD involves lifestyle changes and treatments to ease symptoms and improve quality of life.
Overwhelming depression feels like being stuck in a deep, dark pit with no way out. It saps your energy, making even getting out of bed feel like an insurmountable task. Joy and interest in life fade away, leaving you feeling numb and disconnected. It's a heavy blanket of sadness that doesn't lift, affecting every aspect of your life. But it's important to remember that help is available, and with support and treatment, it's possible to climb out of that pit and find light again.